record.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming back. This is the Theory of Antigravity Part 7 that I'm doing with Brendan today. And this is part of, there's 8 parts, and there's 80 pages of handwritten notes that I wrote on Paul Lavallette's work on anti-gravity and free energy. Back in the spring of 2017 is when I did these. So Brendan and I are going to go through this. I'm going to do some reading to you guys. And so this is page 31. The unusual layered bismuth and magnesium metal known as Art's parts, reportedly retrieved from a crashed UFO, could be an example of such a material. The phase conjugation, the phase conjugators
Phase
non
conjugator is non-linear.
is nonlinear. Can't read my own writing. Is nonlinear elements would send time reversed waves back to those noise fluctuations, creating a coherent soliton that would entrain incoherent energy into the self-amplifying energy resonance pattern, thereby reversing the entropy of that noise. Since the soliton not only resides within the resonant circuit, but also external outwards toward the surrounding space, its resonance would entrain surrounding energy and cool its immediate environment. Oblensky
Observe.
observed, yeah, an environment temperature drop when operating the 200,000 or yeah 200,000.
200 kilowatt volt.
Yeah, because it's basically 200,000 kilovolts.
200,
Pulse.
200 kilovolts or
It's
200,000 volts.
it's 200,000 volts. 200 kilovolts is 200,000 volt. Pulse discharge magnifying transmitter. He noticed that when he switched on his device, then the temperature immediately dropped in
Surrounding room.
the surrounding room. He attributed this to the ability of the ionized medium surrounding the dome electrode to phase conjugation shocks, shock fronts reflected back to the environment, creating a soliton wave pattern that entrains in the environmental noise fluctuations. And if Tesla's technology could be used on a large scale for power generation, the threat of global warming would indeed be a thing of the past. Russian scientist Vladimir Rus
Roshkin.
Rushkin
I think
and
that's
Sergio Godin
Godden.
were testing a version of the
Version of the
I think that's going to
sound,
be
sound effect generator. The
yeah,
the
Cyril, yeah,
sound effect
Cyril
generator.
effect generator that could refer to uh
Magnetic energy converter.
yeah, magnetic MEC, then reported observing a 7-degree centigrade drop in the room of the air temperature when the MEC was in operation, with the temperature drop being confirmed to a series of
Connecting connecting
connecting,
shell-like cylindrical surrounding
yeah, the MEC spinning rotor,
and space
yeah, and space from one or
from one another.
yeah, or from one another to the intervals equal spacing to the rotor's radius. This suggests that the MEC was set up was setting up a radial stationary wave pattern. That's really important. That is a soliton. This is the important part. By applying high voltage AC across ceramic dielectrics oriented vertically at spaced intervals with its wing, the propulsion method would have been similar to that using Brown's vertical lift electrokinetic apparatus and a and a con-
and and so sorry, and
a
Brown's apparatus and a an iron no and a and a
as
con-
I think it's
and,
supposed to say
and
as I concluded earlier. This type of AC field propulsion would have generated soliton beams beneath the craft. Then we've got Art's parts. Analysis showed that they consisted between a thick layer of magnesium zinc, 97%, 97 to 97.5% magnesium, and 2 to 3% zinc, and a thin layer of pure bismuth. The metals were
exceptionally
uh,
purity
ex-
were exceptional
yeah,
purity.
exceptional purity. The magnesium zinc layers ranged in thickness from 100 to 200 microns, zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.2 millimeters, and the bismuth layers ranged thickness from 1 to 4 microns. When examined in a cross section, it was apparent that
Not
the
the layer
the layer interfaces were not even, but rather
contained
contained microscopic undulations. Some researchers found it unusual that the material would jump when exposed to a high voltage field of a Van de Graaff generator, or that a Van de Graaff generator generated. Discovery that a thin layer of monocrystalline bismuth exhibited a negative index of refraction as microwave frequencies. That's really important. They sandwiched a 4.5 micron thick layer of monocrystalline bismuth between two metal plates as a
as
as
the
the
as a sorry plates. The semi-metallic bismuth acts as a dielectric,
yep.
and
Yeah, you can keep going.
the flanking layers act as a waveguide walls.
Yeah, and the flanking layers as yeah. Okay, so then it says um
When a
or-
five
yeah,
thousand
yeah, just keep going. Yeah, keep
when
going,
a
Brandon.
five
You're doing
thousand
good.
gigahertz microwave beam, 60 micron wavelength, was directed into the bismuth layer, the beam was found to refract negatively. That is, they found um, um,
That the lower
that lower that lower
they
that
found
something a narrow band of wave that a lower there's a lower narrow that a lower narrow band of wavelengths ranging from about 53 to 63 microns.
yeah,
The bismuth exhibited a negative index of refraction.
again, super important.
Theory shows that the dielectric um, can the dielectric
Can yeah,
can
exhibit
exhibit um, material as
no, that can emit a negative refraction
can
index.
can exhibit a negative refractive index if the material has permittivity isotropy. That is, different values of permittivity for different wave propagation directions
Relative to
to the dielectric crystal axis. And if permittivity in one of these directions becomes negative over a specific frequency range, while the permittivity in the other direction remains positive. The
Yeah.
bismuth layer samples in the arts parts collection would also be of a 5,000 gigahertz beam.
Would also be explained to exhibit negative refraction of a 5,000 gigahertz.
To be
Um,
explained, exhibit negative refraction, yeah, of a
yeah,
5,000 gigahertz beam. Metamaterials having a negative index of refraction are also capable of developing a strong repulsive force when exposed to a microwave beam. Um, the
the
same
same.
may be
Yeah.
true of bismuth films. So that's it. I think that's it now. So that's, is
Yes.
this one more? Just one more?
Uh, yep. Yep. There's one more.
So
It
it
should
is
be page.
possible
Yep.
that the
Yep.
layered material would develop a thrust when it's excited with 5,000 gigahertz microwave radiation.
Radiation. Yep.
A 100-watt frequency electron laser that
Uh,
has tuned
100-watt free electron laser.
100-watt free electron laser that has been tuned to 5,000 gigahertz frequency might serve as an
Adequate beam source.
so what's that there?
As an adequate beam
As
source.
adequate beam source if the thrust reflect if the thrust reflect was what's
Was
that?
if the thrust reflected was found, it would be the first time that such an effect has been discovered. I'll read this part. Above top secret, Project Blue Book, report number 13, 1953/1963, 624-page bound document found in England. I believe that this is still a classified document, but this statement says it all. Electric and gravity potential fields are coupled, and that electromagnetic waves and electric shock discharges are uh, recom-
Propag
recombined, recombined by a distinct gravity wave conjugate or gravity wave components. Metamaterials that have resonant frequencies in the microwave range exhibit strong repulsive forces when beams are tuned to the frequencies slightly above uh,
these
above
resonances.
these resonances. Yeah. You know what, too? I don't know what the last part of that says.
Both Tesla and Bogdanov were feeling the repulsive
Bear with
um,
me. I have the original right here. I gotta get it. I shouldn't have put it away. Keep going, Brandon. Keep talking and I'll find it.
okay, so that's that last bit again is metamaterials that have resonant frequencies in the microwave range exhibit strong repulsion forces when beams are tuned to frequencies slightly above these resonances.
Yeah.
Feeling
Feeling
both feeling both Tesla and Bogdanov
were the
were,
repulsive
were the repulsive one.
sawtooth shaped waves produced by electric shock discharges. Yeah. So this is the end of number 7, and there is one more that we're going to do as well, and that completes all the papers that I wrote. Part of the reason why the writing is so horrible is I did this just before I was paralyzed, and my my writing was just horrible. My writing's a lot better now. Brendan, thank you for helping me read through this.
go.
and we're looking forward to it next time. And I think you can just shut the recording off. Yeah.
Okay, cheers. Thank you, everyone. Bye.